Well, that was me playing the guitar pretty badly, pretty rusty, but hey ho. Look, today I want to talk to you there that's probably gone viral a few times. You've gone viral. Maybe you're selling a digital product for like $19 and maybe you've made your first $1,000 online. Your audience is growing, but you just don't really know how to make the most of it, how to monetize it to the max. Maybe you've got 10, 20,000 followers, but the income doesn't match the follower count, the attention. You're putting all this energy into content, but it's not yielding the reward financially. Fair to say? Well, because today's talk is about money, I've got some money on the table here. What have we got here? I just had some change on the table, but right here we have a pound coin. I'm English, so pound coins are pretty much worthless these days, but I'm talking about money today. I'm talking about getting you paid for your content. What if you could turn this banana microphone talking videos into money? That'd be pretty cool, right? Well, the good news is that I've spent the last 4 or 5 years figuring out the online business game. I started off in the NFT space, crypto. I monetized a community. We made $240,000 in a matter of weeks. And that's when I realized the money is in the online space, and it's in communities, and it's in audiences. So that's how I figured it out. But it took me a while to do it, shall we say, ethically, morally, because the NFT space is just wild. We got scammed. It all fell apart. Anyway, that's a story for another time. What I want to talk to you about today is how I figured out how to do this through a personal brand, right? I have on this YouTube channel about 550 subscribers, right? I monetized this channel after I had about 100 subscribers. I monetized that channel. The two people that paid me, one of them paid me $9,000 for 1 month of coaching, and the other paid me $20,000 over the course of a year for coaching and consulting, and I actually got involved with their business and actually did some of this stuff for them. So I know what I'm doing when it comes to monetizing YouTube. YouTube is not my number one channel, believe it or not. I kind of want it to be because it's amazing and I got those 2 amazing clients from it, but I've been using email for the last, 2 or 3 years, sending an email every single day to a list of people that want to hear from me, want to buy from me, and buy from me time and time again. Now, that's how I was able to move to Colombia and actually not just generate clients from YouTube, but actually generate a consistent income that enabled me to travel around Colombia, South America, making consistent 10K months. It wasn't just about getting a few big sales, it's about consistency. That's where the email came in. That's where sending daily emails really saved my ass. That's a little bit of my credibility. I've sent over 900 emails now. I've generated clients through YouTube, and a lot of my clients come through Twitter, where I only now have a 7,000 person audience, but I first monetized that thing with about 4,500 followers. Now, that email list also only has 662 people on it. Okay, so it just goes to show you don't need a huge audience to make this shit work. You need the right system. So let's talk a little bit about the problem that you're facing. So the problem that you are facing is that, I spoke about it at the beginning, you know how to get attention, you know how to build a community of people around you, you just don't know how to monetize it. And you really love your subject matter. You're an expert. You are an educator. Or you're an entertainer who has something valuable to sell as well. I do have examples of that. I have Connor, for example, one of my biggest case studies. Before I built him an offer, before we worked on his offer together, he was kind of entertaining people. His audience blew up. He was getting 20 million views a month. He was making $0. What did I do? Stepped in, was like, mate, we need a good offer. Boom, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm red hot at offers. I've written, built hundreds of offers now, sold them to my tiny email list, made money with offers. This is how you actually make money, giving a bit of the source away to those of you that aren't aware. How you monetize the audience is you need a good offer, right? And I've made hundreds of these. So with Connor, was like, yeah, you should sell this offer. We launched it and he went from 0 to 13K a month within a matter of months. 7 months later, he hit $47,000 in a single month. Now, he didn't even know what he wanted to sell. His content wasn't even educational. You, on the other hand, are an expert. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got this far through the video, right? So, I also decided to put these on today. Kurt Cobain glasses. Because I'm entering a new era where, don't know, we're just cranking up the dials. Anyway, you don't even need to be like the best teacher in the world. Connor he'd never coached before. We launched him an offer, made $47,000 in a single month, 7 months later. You just need the attention, right? Or sorry, you've got the attention, you just need an actual system. You need someone to help you launch an offer, or you need some assistance figuring out what you are going to launch, right? What you're actually going to sell. What? That's really the question. What are you going to sell people for an expensive price? So your problem is that you have attention, you love talking about what you talk about, you love producing content, you're going viral, but the money just isn't matching up. And that's painful because it creates a cognitive dissonance, because what's happening now in your brain, you're going, well, I've got all these followers and I've got all these likes and I've got all these like DMs and stuff, but like, why am I not making money? Oh, well, and then you launch a digital product and you think that's going to be the avenue to wealth, right? There's this freedom that you want. And then you do that and, you know, it's still fucked. So what gives? Well, the real problem, that you think the problem is, you know, maybe the content needs to be better, or maybe you need to change something in the content. Maybe you need some like really complex funnel. No. All you need is an offer that the market's screaming for, that your audience want, that matches what they want, and then you sell it to them. And once you have that offer out there, this is the key part, you need a system that you can consistently use to sell that time and time again. So right now, working with a client, he has 20,000 followers on Instagram. He just repurposes all of his YouTube content to Instagram and it goes like viral, like super, super viral. And he's actually built a bigger audience on Instagram from his YouTube content than his YouTube channel has grown from, because it's all coming from the YouTube. Anyway, I don't want to give away his system, right? It's his shit. But the point I'm making is this client was pumping the views, 4 million views in a single month. I reached out to him cold with a 2,000 person audience on Instagram. That's not my main channel, but I saw a gap. So I reached out to him. I said, hey, well, that was actually my team. Hey, we've noticed that, you know, you're doing really, really well. Built some rapport with him. Really cool guy. Got on a call with him. He was cool. And he told us his problem. They just didn't have a system. So what he really didn't have was he didn't have an offer to sell people. He did have an offer, which was a low ticket product, but it was only making like $1,000 a month with 4 million views. I mean, we can do a lot better than that. So I said, well, we need to build a productized high ticket. We need a high ticket offer, right? A high ticket offer. Low ticket offer is basically something under $300. That's low ticket, right? High ticket is anything over $2,000, right? So that's what I like to sell. That's what I sold to those clients I told you about earlier. The one who paid me $9,000 for a single month, that's very high ticket. And then the client who paid me $20,000 for a single year, well, over the course of a year, again, I was selling high ticket coaching service and ended up being full stack consulting. Actually got into his business and like handled some of his emails and his offer creation and stuff like that. However, this client I'm talking about right now, the guy with 20,000 followers, yeah, he didn't have a high ticket offer. So we've just been building it the last few days. Been really fun building it. It's taken about 4 days, and we're going to launch it tomorrow to everyone who's bought his low ticket course. And I predict that 20% of those people are probably going to buy or move closer towards his high ticket offering, which we're going to sell for 2 to 3K. So every sale he makes is going to be 2 to 3K. We want 6 to 10 clients. There's potentially 30K that we're going to make next week. Now, obviously that's projected, and I'll report back to you with how we do. But that's just the first 4 weeks of working together. So it's all about getting that high ticket offer built, validated, and out to the market, right? Well, here's where a lot of people go wrong, and this is where this client's been struggling. Most people don't know how an offer converts. Like how do you build an offer that's going to convert? A lot of people will go to ChatGPT. Oh, I'll go to ChatGPT. Right, build me a high ticket offer based off my skills and my knowledge. Like, it's not good enough. Like, you need expertise. You need to know for certain what triggers people to buy. What actually, when people read an offer, or because we're gonna sell his shit without sales calls. So the offer that we're creating, people are gonna be reading it. It needs to convert, which means when people read it, they need to be triggered to say, I want this. This is perfect for me. And that's what we've been working on the last week. It's taken a bit longer to get it done than I thought, but he was just a little bit, he's amazing at making content, incredible at making content, getting views. But I had to give him a lot of guidance and a lot of support and coaching to get his offer into a place where it's going to convert. When people read it, they're going to go, I want this. Don't care how much it is. I just want to get in, right? Something they're screaming for. Well, fortunately, this client is a fast learner and they've got the hang of it, and we're about to launch it. My point is that nobody really knows how to write things that make people want to buy things. And the offer is the core of it. So even if you want to sell things on the phone, you need to know what to say on the phone. You need to know what your offer consists of and the things that you say which are going to make them want to buy. Conversely, if you want to sell without sales calls and you want to send people a document and you want them to send you money without any phone conversation, then it needs to be good, right? It needs to be good. So that's the first thing. Coke Zero by Sainsbury's. Don't ask why I have that, but it's pretty good. So yeah, like that's what most creators with an audience they need. They need a high ticket offer which they can sell on repeat that sells for 2 to 3K a pop. And then you only need to make 10 sales per month to get 30K a month. Boom, there you go. Wasn't that hard? So that is all I really want to talk about today, actually, because I could go on and on about how with our clients we build conversion systems and turn your content into lead generation posts and get leads. That's really, really important. That is step 2, right? Step 3, when we work with our clients is we then build what I call a proximity tower, which I've spoke about in other videos. Basically, you create new tiers of access to you so that you can add more clients without burning out. But really, the main thing I wanted to talk about today, and the main thing that you need to walk away with and understand is if you have an audience right now, a 4-figure audience, a 5-figure audience, you're a creator, you have expertise, you love teaching or you love sharing, you love creating content, and you want to help people, right? You need a high ticket offer, which you can sell with total conviction. And if you get that right, you could be making definitely at least 10K a month. If you've got a big engaged audience that are loyal to you, you can launch that thing and you can be like Connor, who we built his offer together. He launched it 7 months later. He hit $47,000 a month. He was completely broke when we first started working together. Like Matt had never launched an offer before. He only had a 2,000 person audience on Instagram. Engaged audience, I must say. We turned his expertise into a freaking DJ mentorship, and he made 20K in 5 days. That's a 20K week. And now, I mean, I was with him the other week in the UK, and he's crushing it. So, look, I've been in your shoes. Ripping content, wondering when I'm going to get the payday. Dropping the low ticket product or the digital product, still the payday's not coming. It's only when I launched a high ticket offer, got good at offers, and launched over frickin' 100 of them for myself and also for clients. That's making me burp. That I understood what makes them convert, what guarantees that when you take it to market, it's not going to flop. That came with just experience, trial and error, launching over 100 of these things. And now, this week, we're going to be launching a high ticket offer for this client who's getting 4 million views a month, highly engaged Instagram audience, YouTube channel growing. This guy's going to crush. This offer is going to print money. Now, this might age really badly and something might go terribly wrong. But I know now from multiple data sets and much trial and error what works. So I'm not going to sell you anything in this video today. I just wanted to turn you on to the fact that you need a high ticket offer and you need to know what words to say in the offer for it to convert. Because there's no point putting a offer out into the market to your audience that they don't want, that doesn't say the right things, because it's just going to fall flat on its face. That is the fear that you have, is you're not building your own offer because you don't know what words to say in it to make sure it converts. We do. Copywriter by trade. That's why I've ended up in this position. That's why I'm good at helping creators with this specific problem. Or at least this is the first problem we solve. And it's the most important problem we solve because once we solve the offer, we can build everything else. And you've already got the attention. So it's all about just knowing how to build an offer that is guaranteed to make money. And if you can do that and you have a warm audience, you can print money on demand. Then if you have the email list like me and my clients, I encourage them to build that in step 2. And then you have the proximity tower running so that you can keep bringing clients in month after month, selling them into that offer. Guess what? It's inevitable then. You end up like Connor making $47,000 a month. So look, I'm not selling you anything directly in this video. I'd love you to come work with me. You can't work with me directly, me and my team, through this video. You can't. I'm sorry. But the cool thing is I have an email list that, quite frankly, isn't that big. It's 662 people. It's given me freedom to travel the world. And yeah, that's where, like, you as a viewer right now, I value your attention. And I'm saying thank you for watching this video for 18 minutes or whatever we're at. But the real ones will jump on my email list and receive my daily emails where I share insights, stories, actionable step-by-steps, etc. Things that are going to help you move forward in your business. The things I'm helping with my clients with right now. The ideas that come to my mind. I wake up first thing in the morning and I send it to that list. That list hears everything first. So if you're a real one and you want to get deeper into my world and you want to find out how we actually help our clients, our customers with small audiences and big audiences, monetize that shit good and proper so that you can have the freedom, so that you can actually make the money you deserve, so that you can make 10K plus per month. And that's such a buzzword, but let's just get you over 10K a month. Like we should just do that. Then jump on that email list. There's a link down below. I'm not sure what we have there right now. I'm sure there's something you can download, a free goodie, something that's going to help you make money today, something actionable. And that's really, really cool. But the most important thing is just getting on that list. That's where you can actually work with me, because I send invitations pretty much every single day. And that's that. Me and the banana are going to go to bed soon because it's a bit late here on a Sunday evening in this empty house. Last thing, do not forget to like and subscribe. I want to grow this channel this year, and if you want to be one of the OGs, then I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next one.